EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, Jones flush to his right. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
They go play action with Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it to Henry. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones, 33 yards. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Jones on 1st down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to throw. Jones. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Pats get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll get 34 yards there.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, Etienne once more. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll run with Stevenson to begin. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And this is caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on second and long. Jones. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here?
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. In motion, the tight end. They started on the ground with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 2, Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, you gotta go score.
Burrow will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation for them. They're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. Touchdown Bengals. Hayden Hurst. 37 yards. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And then McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Herbert. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now Burrow on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
The Chargers go. First of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Mixing up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go.
stand, and they'll take that.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Herbert able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Escaping the pressure. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Gotta go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 11.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's got a man complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
On 1, right?
Again, it's Burrow. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. In motion right comes Allen. On first down, it's Herbert. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Herbert on first down now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter.
Chargers 14.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Herbert now. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He's got it to Williams.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Again, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now it's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Williams brings it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Here we go. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action with Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that... complete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Burrow on play action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He gets this out to Spiller.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Here we go with Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down at the 27. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Mixon with a first down carry. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. There he goes, left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Chargers 28, Bengals 24.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here's Burrow. Connecting with Mixon.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Burrow. And that one caught downfield by Boyd.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The ensuing kickoff. They're looking for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The punter, Logan Cook, set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Watson's throw hauled in by Bell.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We're scoreless after 1. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb from a yard out. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At their own 21. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The slot man in motion right. Throwing again is Watson. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he is going to have the Jaguars' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne. 30 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. In motion is Grant. On 2nd and 10, Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 30 yards. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Completes it to Evan Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They go play action now. Lawrence. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Watson on 1st down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points. Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Browns drive about to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The center receiver in motion to the right. Here we go on fourth. Watson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Watson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cooper will come in motion right. Watson off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their 38.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Pushes him over. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st down, Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
And he fires one incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Brought down by Trey Walker on the pass rush.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
From the red zone now, Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
On the ball. On the ball. Go, go, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Greg Newsom. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You always think about picking up the 1st down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but I admire the effort.
Returnable for Grant. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And Ingram holds it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And to throw again is Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On third down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. A final shot now for Lawrence.
Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.